A full house expected here tonight, over 70,000, and the fans still filing into Mercedes-Benz Stadium just west of downtown Atlanta. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. First play and a first pass for Cousins. Looking for London on the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Cousins sets up the screen to Robinson. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. Montgomery back to the ground. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams hauling that one in from Jared Goff. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Robinson with another carry. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Cousins now from the 50. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Touchdown! Falcons. Darnell Mooney, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Another shot now for this Lions offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A big play there for Detroit. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Goff now looks to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs from 21 yards away. And the Lions have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. They begin the drive with Robinson. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Robinson up the middle. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
2nd and a couple. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Looking deep here for Mooney. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Goff. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, a 22.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Now Goff on 1st down. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
To throw is Goff. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Khalif Raymond from 8 yards out. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Williams. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys...
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll get this to about the 38.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Robinson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense, tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
2nd down and 4. Back to the ground with Robinson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
2nd down and 6 now. Play action now. Cousins. That's out wide here for Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
A first down throw for Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Cousins locates Mooney on the out route. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Detroit getting set to go now. We've got a close game. Offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Goff. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He got 29 yards that time.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
This one into the hands of Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 39 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Goff on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A first down there on a pickup of 25. If you're a fan of offensive football, this game has suited you well. Both offenses continuing to move the ball with relative ease.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of defensive football, you're not having so much fun watching this one. And these coordinators, they're going to be scrambling to figure out a way to counter so far. It may just come down to which one of these defenses can make one stop that could change the course of this game.
And trying to find Jamison Williams, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again is Goff. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 3rd down and 1. There's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To the air again. Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Goff. That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Here's Goff. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but For the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Derek Barnes buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the 1st down marker.
Option play, here's Robinson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Goff. His throw incomplete. And Khalif Raymond was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking that time for Jamison Williams, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 54 yards. And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Throw left side. There's London. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, Cousins throws right back to London, complete again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. They go play action. Cousins toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 89 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the give, here's Robinson. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Goff. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. Now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage milestones, and win or lose, his name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And right side, they're going to go option here. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Handoff now to Robinson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now Cousins. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The Lions offense set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Got his man. It's Williams. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah. No. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Finding Williams once more. Complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Cousins on 1st down. And he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Handoff to Robinson out of the shotgun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. At their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
1st down, here's the run to Montgomery. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Goff. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Goff connects with St. Brown. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Running left, Montgomery. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later.
Touchdown! Sam Laporta, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. Throwing is Cousins. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack, down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Cousins to throw it. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
This 2nd and 4. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Play action now. Cousins. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And St. Brown going to have the Lions 1st down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Goff going to get this to Gibbs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Trying to take this home, they'll run. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 10. A little over a minute to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Now Cousins. He's got Mooney. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Here's Cousins. This is Robinson, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside, but you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space, and that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
This is 1st and 10. Cousins to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd down. Here's Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Cousins now. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.